We're the famous Arsenal and we'll get to Wembley. Hello everyone, I am Poet. Who are you?
David Vujanic.
And this is a show where you leave your comments below, and some of them are, And it's an epic moment in this show, and it only goes...
Comments of the week.
Plural? Why?
Yes, it is a new segment of the show where we talk about any other business and include some of the best comments from last week.
All right, as well as that, we've got Robbie from Arsenal Fan TV coming up to talk to us about Arsenal, FA Cup, also speak about Europa and Champions League final.
And me and Poet jump on Arsenal's quite awful end of season song and find out how to win some Gascoigne related goodies, because me and Poet are going to be at his movie premiere next week. There is only one place to start. Unfortunately, it is Wembley. Poet, I'm going to let you run off with this one. Congratulations on winning the FA Cup for the second time in a row.
I genuinely don't know what to say. I feel like we just got to call in the one man that I feel has been an inspiration to that Arsenal team as well. I love him to bits. His name. Robbie! Where are you, son?
He brings his own chair.
He brings his own chair.
Robbie from Arsenal Fan TV.
He brings his own chair. Now, before you talk about your experience at Wembley, can I just say I got a comment here from a really nice person. His name is Super Nano God. He said, Poet, I saw you at the Emirates with, you had no shirt. You ran around the stadium screaming, #legend. There was loads of pictures of me with no shirt. I don't really remember it much, but I do remember I had a great time. Talk to me, man. Talk to me about Sanchez. Let's talk about Sanchez.
Oh, what a goal. What a goal. One of the best goals ever in the FA Cup. I mean, I just can't remember a better goal. And what a player. First season. It's his first season. And in every big game he turns up. And he was just brilliant.
As a Liverpool fan, of course, I was a bit bitter.
Gerard's birthday as well, wasn't it?
It was Gerard's birthday. Happy birthday, Stevie. That could have been you, but it wasn't. You smacked them.
Sanchez, though, has he changed the mentality of the players at the club? He seems to have this sort of infectious way of playing, where in which he's, to me, one of the best players at the club, but he's still not afraid of doing the dirty work. It's had an effect on the team. Do you agree with that? Do you feel
definitely.
like
He's a street fighter, isn't he? Yeah, I mean, you can see he's like one of them ghetto youth South Americans. You know what I mean?
My
like,
GG.
You know, you see them like Aguero and Tevez before. They're just hungry and
like they'll eat a table.
Yeah,
like they'll get hungry and be like,
The guy, you know what I mean? Right from the very first time he came, he's tracking back. Everything's just unbelievable, and I think it has been infectious on many of the other players. I've even seen Ozil tracking back recently.
Now that says it all. As you can see, me and Robbie really happy about this FA Cup win. Some things I'm not usually happy about is these FA Cup songs that come out. Bloody awful.
This year, there was none. However, your boys at Arsenal, absolute disgrace, mate.
So the season's reached an end, and now it's time to leave my friends. Heading home to our real life. 2 kids, a patient wife. Can't believe how fast it's gone. IKEA weekends, here we come. Put wipe your tears away. And there's nothing more to say.
Until next season, Robbie, absolute pleasure. Congratulations. You can take that chair with you and go celebrate, man. Have some more fun. Drink some beer.
Get in!
Do whatever you want.
Bye, Robbie.
I'm happy he's going.
I like you.
Talking of finals and great goals, did you see Messi strike in the Copa del Rey final against Bilbao?
I don't know. I have no words.
It was better than Bale's. Much better than Bale's.
That wasn't even just football. That was skiing.
And this is the reason why I always say Messi is the greatest player in the world, because I couldn't imagine anybody else on this planet doing what Messi done against Bilbao. It was just disrespectful. It was out of order. Those are your fellow professionals. He is, in my eyes, the best player to ever grace this planet. Ever.
Without a doubt. And I think if he keeps reiterating those points
all the time,
he turns up in the small games and the big games, he scores the fantastic goals, he gets the assists, he doesn't talk a lot, he tax events, he does everything. Do you know what I mean?
This weekend sees 2 giants in the European game. You have Barcelona versus Juventus in Berlin for the Champions League final. Myself and Booj and the Copper team will be there. We'll be snapping away, we'll be tweeting away, so make sure you look out for those.
Mad! But this week is the build-up. Who do we think will win it? The Green Bear 1723 says UCL final, score predictions, and which players to score. Got Juventus, Italian, good at defending.
Yeah.
They've got them powerhouses, you know, they've got Pogba. Is it going to be a Pirlo 90-yard screamer, you know? Is he going to just wave his hair and, I don't know, do something mad and they win it in the 90th minute? But you're looking at Barca.
That front three there is not fair.
That attack.
It's not fair.
They could invade a country.
Easily.
Like, easily just invade a country and start World War III.
Who do you see winning the game?
Realistically, I want to go with Barcelona.
Juventus have got a very, very good team, very, very organised. And like you mentioned, Pirlo, you've got Vidal, great box-to-box, great DM. You've got Pogba, you've got Tevez, you've got Morata. They've got good players, but I just think the class of Barcelona and what Xavi, it's Xavi's last ever Champions League final. I just think the stage is set. I think it's going to be a very tight game. But I would see something like a 2-0 or 2-1 to Barcelona.
I'm going to go with 4-2 Barcelona. Like a mad thing of a game. Just goals everywhere. Everyone's scoring. The keeper getting in on it. The fans. Copper fam, leave your comments. Who's going to win the Champions League? What are your predictions? To celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Italia 90 World Cup, Entertainment One are proud to give us Gascoigne.
Yes, Paul Gascoigne. You're talking about a footballer who clearly had an extreme amount of talent. And at a time where football was quite exciting, they've created this film.
I just loved entertaining. The atmosphere in the World Cup was incredible.
It lifted him from being a great footballer to a national treasure.
Paul Gascoigne is Gaza. Gaza is at the centre of Gazamania.
Me and Poet will be there at the grand showing on the red carpet. We're going to get to meet Gaza and people like Gary Lineker, legend.
Now, with an opportunity for you lot to win numerous prizes, this week is actually a signed poster by Paul Gascoigne himself. This is what you need to do. Leave a comment as you would do any other week, but use the hashtag Gaza. Vuj!
Yes.
You know where we've reached?
What?
That epic moment of the show where you address the millions.
And millions.
Ooh. Of Copper 90 fans all across the world, not on Tumblr.
Not on Tumblr.
Copper90.com, the YouTube, the Facebook, the Twitter, the Instagram, the Snapchat. Like I said, it's that epic moment in the show that can only be described as in Hindi.
In Hindi, it's hafte ka comment.
I feel like the energy you once had has left you.
I mean, it's energy. I just think we need to do something new, you know?
So maybe we should not scrap comment of the week, but change it up and just call it any other business. So we're going to include more comments in it now, and we can, talk about more things that the Copper family want to talk about.
I like that.
Should we start today?
Any other business.
Hey, any other business. Whoop, whoop.
Any other business. That could be the new theme tune.
I'm on it.
And maybe they can leave in other languages how to say any other business, and we could sing it.
All right, so last week we said, out of all the promoted teams, who's going to get relegated, who's going to stay up? We've already told you our views. You've hit us back with your views. The Sports Fan USA, he says West Brom, Leicester City, and Watford to go down. So it looks like most of the Copper fam actually agree with me. Norwich to stay up. Well done, lads. I believe in you lot.
Go on, the Canaries. Brrr. Also, we touched upon who will be Real Madrid's next manager.
Now, some people said Sam Allardyce, and some of you jokers said John Carver. But there were some good suggestions as well.
There was. This one here from Leo O says Zidane should be manager. His experience at the club and as a player will make him the best man for the job. I did like Henry Vernon though. He did mention Big Sam. He said Steve McLaren or Paul Lambert for that Madrid job because they're such well-rounded managers, especially Big Sam. I just love YouTube sarcasm because you're not saying it, you're writing it, and it actually looks more serious on paper. So thank you for those comments. I love it.
That's last week's comments addressed. This week's are really, really interesting. Hear about FIFA. Fahim says, thoughts about FIFA corruption incident and what effect do you think this will have on the world football?
Bad things in football should not be happening. Corruption especially is something which is not very nice, and I think football should be all about the fans. And I think Copper 90 as a channel, we are all about the fans, we're all about the love of football. For me, I don't want to go into it too much. I don't think it's good to see, it's not positive, and it should be ironed out. And it is time that corruption is tackled. And, Sepp Blatter himself, he just keeps getting re-elected. Democratically, for me, that doesn't really work. But what I would like to know is, Copper fam, and, people watching Copper 90, you, the football fans, how do you feel about everything that's happening? How do you feel this will affect you as a football fan? And, the World Cup happening in Russia and Qatar and the controversies of it being in winter. Everything about it just seems so shady, and I'd like to know your opinion.
Despite that, Vuj, did you see what happened when he got elected?
No.
He went mad.
I'm not fucking leaving! This is my home! I ain't going nowhere!
Next comment here from Footy Man. He says, what a final that was. Who said the Europa League was dead? Me and Vuj were there with Copper 90.
It was absolutely crazy. And check out the video. It is on the end board. And it shows you how much people still actually care about the Europa League. And now on to a wee bit of Scottish football, lads. Golden Ball says, Super Cali were fantastic, Falkirk were atrocious. Great victory for Cali.
Yes, congratulations to Inverness on winning the Scottish Cup. I watched the parade. Well done, lads. All right, I'm going to go through a couple more comments that are really, really good, and we have to address them. One from Sam here. If you could clone any player in football history, who would you clone, Vuj?
2005, Steven Gerrard.
Oh, yeah.
Just have him genetically modified to just stay at that level, I think would push Liverpool to a couple of Premier League titles.
Next one here from Richard O'Brien. What about how bad Everton did this season? Thoughts?
Well, for me, that works. I'm a Liverpool fan. Good on him.
Max Williams. Today on the bus, I farted. 4 people turned round. I felt like I was on The Voice.
That's brilliant.
I like you.
What is wrong with human beings?
That's a good one.
Oh, man. Alex J. What is your assessment of Spurs? Do you think with the right players brought in that they can make top 4 within the next 2 seasons? At the start of the season, I said to everybody, Spurs are going to finish 5th and they're going to have a decent season for what they have. And if you got to a Carling Cup final or a League Cup final, you lost to Chelsea and you finished 5th in the league, you're the 5th best team in the country in front of Liverpool, that's a good season. I think Pochettino has a philosophy. He's putting that into play. So the players know, you know what type of player Pochettino's going to go for. I just felt in previous years, I couldn't spot a Spurs player. Now I feel like they have a way of playing. So therefore, yeah, I can see progression definitely happening. Not in the next 2 seasons though.
That was any other business. Please leave more of those comments so we can have a little gander.
Yes, this weekend sees England take on Republic of Ireland and hopefully the debut for Charlie Austin.
Also, the Women's World Cup is kicking off.
So please make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment, share the video, and speak about the things like where will Tottenham finish and the scoreline in the Champions League final.
Forza Sevilla campeón. Lo, 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 lo. Forza Sevilla campeón. Lo, 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 lo.